You make global headlines alluding to Italian industrial policy, Mussolini, etc. You've now observed the Trump administration, and you've now observed a president who thinks he's an expert on foreign exchange dynamics and currency markets. Barry Eichengreen told us today he's extremely concerned about the jawboning to a too strong dollar. Is that the big risk out here? Is whatever the policy mix, we end up with a Plaza Accord-like U.S. dollar?
Well, I think the dollar is a concern. The dollar is the global currency, basically, and to the extent that the dollar strengthens, not only are U.S. companies affected to the negative, but the global marketplace and global countries are affected too, because they have, trillions of dollars of U.S.-denominated debt. So a strong dollar is basically a threat to global growth and to U.S. growth. And when Trump talks about specific companies and specific industries and bringing growth back to the U.S., I think that's very much of a positive for those individual companies and industries, but it's certainly not a positive if it results in a very strong dollar. We need a weak dollar. The global financial markets and global economy needs a weak dollar in order to keep the system going.
So what's a more effective way, Bill Gross, of pushing the dollar lower without jawboning and saying the dollar's just too strong?
Well, the most effective way is to keep interest rates low, but that's a function of the Fed, and the Fed supposedly is independent and supposedly has their own view in terms of what the appropriate interest rate is. But to the extent that the Fed stays low, the Fed stays dovish, then the dollar gets weak, and ultimately monetary policy and fiscal policy, to the extent that Trump is advancing it, can produce a weaker dollar, but not a significantly weaker dollar.